You're tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network, featuring news, interviews, and commentary on all things Black Hollywood. Hollywood redefined. From Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is Black Hollywood Live, This Week, featuring news and commentary on This Week in Black Hollywood. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host for Black Hollywood Live This Week, Derrial Christon.
Hey, what's up, everybody? You're watching Black Hollywood Live This Week. I am your host, Derrial Christon. Here joining me today, to the right is the lovely Courtney Stewart.
What's up, everybody?
To the right of Courtney, if you're watching or if you're listening, you'll hear the voice, DJ Jesse J.
What's up?
And our very special guest host today is one of our guest hosts, or really a real host on our show, Black Sports Weekly. Kevin John is joining us today.
What's up? I feel like I want to do electric slide right now.
Listen, we are family. That's our theme song because it's Friday. We're happy. You know, like it's
gonna bring some ribs out.
That's right. That's right. Some barbecue, some mashed
potatoes, burgers,
you know, everything,
coleslaw.
everything. Well, this show is a very special show for us today because we're going to be recapping the BET Awards and BET Experience weekend from this past weekend. Because we were there representing BHL.
They were there.
Well, you were there in spirit.
Exactly.
You know, but you watched the awards.
I did.
So you know all about it and everything you're saying about the show.
You were.
I was there vicariously through Derrial's Instagram pages, all right? I just went through there and saw everything, and I felt like I was there with J Hud. So thank you, Derrial.
I'm never going to live the J Hud thing down.
No, you are.
Well, I want to remind everyone to go to the Buzz Meter question and vote, which is, did you like this year's BET Awards? Let's talk about that really quick because I loved it. I thought Chris Rock killed it. What do you guys think?
Honestly, I wasn't blown away, but the award shows nowadays are whack. But I would say that they're coming for VMA's throat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which isn't hard to do, as I mentioned earlier, because the VMAs have sucked pretty much for the last while. But I thought it was good. I just thought it was way too long.
Yeah, I could give you that.
It was way too long.
I could give you that.
Wait, if you're getting into 4 hours, like, come on, guys.
Right.
Exactly. No, you know, I think they were good for what it's worth, but there was nothing this year that really struck me as like, dang, or wow, you know, from the performances. I just thought it was a regular BET show, award show. It was nothing out of the ordinary. I do think, kind of like you said, they're pushing for like going for the VMAs.
Absolutely.
I do see them trying to get a little more, you know, ambitious with some of the things they're trying to do, but at the end of the day, it was still kind of just, you know, it was so. It wasn't bad,
right?
But it wasn't.
You just weren't overly impressed.
Exactly.
Well, according to the viewership, this year brought in 7.9 million viewers versus last year, which was 7.8, and they compared it to the MTV Music Awards, which only brought in 3.2 compared to BET 7.9. So they're killing it.
The VMAs,
but then again, the movie awards aren't those different from the VMAs though?
Yes.
Yes, they are.
Oh yeah, wait. The movie awards are boo.
Yeah,
I don't think that.
Nobody watches.
I mean, not to dismiss the comparison, but I don't think that
because VMAs probably I could see like 12.
Yeah.
Like VMAs is still like.
We'll talk about it at the end of August when the VMAs air.
Right.
We can be like,
but those are still good numbers.
Those are good numbers.
Those are great numbers.
Those are great numbers.
All right. Well, we are going to start off with talking about the trending topics, which Jesse will.
So let's go through some of the winners of this year because there was quite some controversy with a few of them. Best female R&B pop artist. It was basically a competition between Beyonce and Rihanna. Rihanna hasn't put anything out this year, so Beyonce got it. Congratulations.
It's kind of sad. Remember when there were like pop stars and lots of things
and
in
it was
the category,
competition,
and
we were excited.
It's like Beyonce or Rihanna, those are our only options. Those have been our only options for the last 8 years. Don't get me wrong, I love them both, but
what about Alicia Keys? You know, she was she had a reign for a while.
But did you hear that last album though? I mean, it was not really you know.
I didn't even know she had a last album, so
exactly.
Hey,
I mean, I love her though.
That doesn't mean you can't be up for a BET award because
well, that is true.
Let's talk about the biggest award of the night that caused the most controversy was the Female Hip Hop Artist Award. Now, I was on the carpet and I asked every person that I interviewed who they thought was gonna get it. Of course, Nicki Minaj was gonna get it, but Believe it or not, more people thought Iggy was going to get it. They thought that
Iggy,
it was time for Nicki to, for BET to give it to somebody.
Because she's won it like 6 years in a row? 5 years?
Well, see, this is my problem with that. Speaking of the Beyonce thing, why is Nicki pretty much every year nominated when she hasn't put out an album every year? And I thought that part of the prerequisite to be nominated was having an album out or something to where you can be, for that year span, you would be nominated as an artist. So I don't understand how she won it 6 years straight unless there's just no other female hip-hop artists out there.
It's not about album, it's about singles. And Nicki puts out so many singles. It's like, she literally just she's Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
So she puts out an album in 2009 and releases singles to 2014.
And shits on everyone's life doing
But then what I'm saying is, then why put the others in the category then if they're, you know what I mean?
Because they're trying to be nice.
It's not fair.
I mean, they don't want to be like,
it's not fair.
Charlie, you did that album, girl.
They boldly should just be like, look, Nicki, can you retire from the award category? Or just be like, and here, the International Nicki Minaj Award goes to, and just start name the damn award after her.
But who
was her competition?
Okay, this year it was Eve. Okay.
I love Eve.
Charlie Baltimore.
Where the fuck did she come from?
She's been resurrected from Murder Inc., I think. Yeah, right?
Yeah, she was resurrected.
Where's Ja Rule at?
She looked like a zombie on the carpet.
She did. She was
walking
quite, she was a little bit pasty a little bit. Yeah,
she was quite.
She needed some darker colors.
She just needed to stand out on the red carpet longer. She would have got that color. But
not with the makeup she had caked on though.
Oh, okay, yeah, she had that cake face.
You guys, she's like 40. Give her a break.
Yeah,
she's trying to like keep it youthful.
I mean, Missy's 43, but Missy killed her. In fact, it's Missy's birthday today, I believe. Happy birthday, Missy.
Charlie
She killed it.
Wait, then they.
Hold on, before we get off Nicki Minaj, what did you guys think about her acceptance speech, which garnered a lot of...
Well, we're going to talk about that in a second.
Sorry, I'm jumping the gun.
Before we talk about more, there's two other categories I want to go through. The best group, Young Money, like poor TGT.
I didn't really know they were a group.
When did they put something? That's another question. Did they put out an album this last?
They put out a compilation.
Oh, a compilation though.
I thought they were just like a gang of people that hang out.
I thought the same thing at first.
So time out. If freaking Levert.
He said Levert.
You said Levert.
I just said not Gerald. Gerald is old.
Beyond way back.
So all right, let's talk about
and the other brother.
Rest in peace.
And the other brother.
Okay, so let's take Lionel Richie. If he puts out a greatest hits album, technically would he be?
No, because he's one singular person.
Award.
So that's what I'm saying. Why did Young Money?
Because they're a camp, so they're compilation. I mean, think about it. They're always doing music with each other. You know, but I don't think it makes sense to me. Like to me, the only group was TGT. These guys put out a good soul album, and BET didn't represent them.
I would bet money that there isn't really a criteria for these awards.
No, I would like to sit in a room with the voting team.
Who's gonna give us more views? Young Money. All right, and then the last one.
That's true.
August Alsina. I mean, I'm glad he did not win Best Male R&B Pop because he was up against John Legend. I'm like, you don't even have a real album out. So. Best New Artist. Congratulations. And then shout out to Keke Palmer for winning the Young Stars Award.
Yes.
All right.
Once
next.
again, who is she against? Like the Jaden Smith or something like that sort?
Willow, Jaden, everybody.
Right.
All right, so let's talk about the shadiness that happened at the BET Awards. Let's talk about the biggest moment of the night. Nicki Minaj won Best Hip Hop Female Hip Hop Artist, and she came out and said, "This is very, very emotional for me because this is my 5th year winning this award and I don't take it for granted. I really don't." And then she goes on to kind of say that she works so hard and she writes all her lyrics unlike other people, and no shade.
No shade. No shade.
I love how she kept flipping her hair too.
She did flip her hair several times.
And then sipped some tea.
Yeah.
And then went on to say, I hope that BET continues to represent authenticity. So everyone took that like, there's a meme online. It says whoever was sitting next to Iggy Azalea was like.
I mean, I guess my question
That's
is.
super shade though.
Why?
Oh, wait.
Nicki Minaj wrote it.
Those faces.
Yes, bitch, yes. Oh, God, what is it?
And You know, I heard that Wayne actually wrote a lot of her stuff when she initially was brought into Young Money off her first album. So speaking of authenticity, I don't know how authentic what she just said was, because I heard they had a lot of ghostwriters there.
Some people get big heads when
they forget
do well.
when those checks start coming consistently.
She forgot from Jump Street because she's always been that large in the head. So.
Physically? Or?
Well,
yeah, I was like, is that a physical thing? Or
well, that's not true, because let me tell you this. I went to Nicki Minaj's after party that day, and I was...
It's all balanced.
I was hyphy because she is my goddess, my queen. And I was kind of nervous to see her in person because, you know, sometimes when you see people in person, you're like,
yeah.
And I was kind of afraid she was going to look a little Frankenstein-ish.
Yeah.
She was really, really pretty. And I thought her ass was going to look fucking crazy, and it really didn't.
Hey, 2 for 2. I like
really
that.
did.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, how bad could her booty look in person, though? I mean,
do you see what it looks like
off
on
balance?
camera?
Like,
Yeah, like
it would just
meaning
look
like-
very.
I mean, it looks quite voluptuous.
I mean,
on screen.
yeah,
But it doesn't look
look bad to me.
But then again,
yeah.
I'm not the booty inspector.
But
so
it doesn't look natural on
But
TV.
it's
to
not
me.
natural.
It's not. That's what I'm
We
saying.
all
She got
know.
But in
injected.
person, it came off like, all right, like she got.
She looked like she had 2 drumsticks for legs.
Well, I was gonna ask, what did you think
That was
about?
Steven from the booth. That was not us doing any
I know.
type of impersonation of a voice.
What did you think about her saying she almost was near death or she was gonna die or something? Was I the only one that wasn't understand what she was implying behind that? Like she was about to
Courtney
die and
knows.
call an ambulance, and it was just weird. Like, did she commit suicide? What was going on?
What was it,
there?
Courtney? You
She
know.
didn't feel like going to the ambulance and being all over TMZ so somebody could report, Nikki's sick, Nikki going to commit suicide. Like, she just didn't want to be in the news like that. And I get it, but why was that necessary? And why was her speech
why
like
say
8
it?
minutes long?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah,
why
okay,
even
wait,
say
the
it?
why you
If
say
you don't want
she-
people to know it, why
the
even
speech
say
was
it?
8 minutes long.
Okay, here's why I wasn't mad at that. The speech was way too long. Like, either do the shade or be, you know what I mean?
She should have done the shade and walked off with her award.
Exactly. But I feel like she did that because a lot of people keep coming hard at Nicki, being like, you're not hip hop. And that's why she said, I don't look at myself as a female hip hop artist because I know what I'm doing. Nicki Minaj has always said music is what's going to put me in here and then I'm going to get into acting. She doesn't want to stick with music. So I think when she said that, she just probably had like a moment of like, you know what? Fuck y'all. Y'all fucking want to hate on me because I fucking want to be on stage with a rabbit and a fucking mushroom. Well, fuck you. I'm still doing I'm going to shit on your lies. Bye.
That was like 18 cuss words.
Okay.
Actually, 12 to be exact. I was counting. But yeah, impressive.
That was
Thank
pretty
you.
impressive.
Another thing that happened there, well, on the carpet, Miss Yolanda Adams finished our interview, and I really wish I could remember exactly what she said because I was just gagging, but she shaded the hell out of this reporter who tried to come for her saying that she was a stripper that worked back at something in 86.
What?
Whoa!
She read him for filth, and she twirled on the carpet, looked back at me, and she said, and that's how you read, honey. And I said, yes.
She should have sang something
She
to
said,
him.
no, she didn't. She said, honey, it doesn't even matter because it went over his head because his library ain't even open.
Wow.
Oh my
And I got
goodness.
all of my life that Yolanda Adams did that.
I'm shocked she didn't put her hand on him and say, you know, rebuke the demons in him and pray for
Right.
Jesus or
Right.
something like that.
She
sort
looked
of.
like she get down. Another thing, during the Lionel Richie
She
Award
gets down.
performance, you guys have to go back and watch through it. But Holly Pete Robinson, I don't know if it's her son, I don't know how old her son is, but was there with some young man and he was jamming to Lionel Richie.
Yeah, I saw
then
that.
the second clip of him jamming, you see Holly Pete yelling at him like, sit down.
Yeah, she did. I saw that. I think it was her son, though.
Oh, I was dying. That was funny. All right, and then the last is Playhouse. Chris Brown was out partying, and you know he's been away in rehab. And well, when he was leaving the club, he was looking a little pale and couldn't walk.
Had to be carried to the car.
He came out to say, you know, I've been sober for 6 months. I went there, and Wayne and them were giving me all these shots, and my body just couldn't handle it.
He was out and about the whole weekend, but then but then like they were reporting how he was drunk at the club and then he fell out and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, but you know what? I don't even fault Chris because I'm like, the man has been going through some things. If he wants to get drunk at the BET Awards parties, get drunk at the BET
His
Awards
dancing wasn't like
Yeah, I'm gonna
usually
say
is during the
no.
performance.
You
I'm
think
gonna
he
say
should?
no. I'm gonna say, boo, you're about to go to the judge again in
So
September.
doesn't he still have pending?
You got pending stuff going
yeah.
on. Maybe that's not the best idea. If you want to get drunk and fall out in your house.
Smoke
Exactly.
Going and doing it in your house. Like it's not after. If that had already happened, if he'd been dealt with the judge and was done, and he was celebrating, fine, I'm not judging. But I think it's a bad idea.
Because, you know, they're scrutinizing
Everything he does.
his
Exactly.
every move.
His every move
everything
is
that's going on.
Exactly.
Right.
And they'll be like, see, you ain't on your top of your stuff. You messing up already. And you've
Right.
been out of jail for like a half a second. So, no.
One more shade thing that happened on the carpet. It's the same reporter that did it to Yolanda. But so Carucci was walking by, and apparently she was hosting something for BET, and she had this beige dress on with these like rips
Tassels.
on it. And as she walked by, the guy was talking trash about her dress, and he said to her, he's like, yo, what, Chris get mad at you before the award show and tear your dress up, girl? She didn't know how to react on there, and she just kind of stopped, and then she was like, that's mean. And he said, Rihanna's out here shitting on bitches' lives on carpets, and you're out here with rags. I was like,
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Who was this infamous reporter?
from thisis50.com.
Wow. It should be thisisshady.com.
Right, exactly. Well,
Wow.
We'll give it that.
All right, but let's talk about the performances. The performances were mediocre. T.I. But
I was like, he performed. Oh, forgot already.
let's look at
It's
it.
funny, I was just thinking about that.
And I
I was like,
love
did he
him.
perform? Okay.
How'd you feel about Chris Brown?
Well,
Chris Brown gave what Chris Brown's always going to do.
I mean,
feel
he's
like
a good
he needed to come
performer.
for Jason Derulo because Jason Derulo tried it at the Billboard Awards. Like, yeah, Chris is in rehab. I'm gonna. And Chris was like, oh no, bitch, I'm here, out of rehab.
I mean, I thought Chris' performance was good.
Yeah, that
He
dress
did
he was wearing
well.
was weird though.
Yeah.
I mean, my favorite performance was Pharrell, but you know,
Really?
yeah, Pharrell and Missy. You know,
I'm just mad whoever didn't turn Missy Elliott's mic on at the beginning.
Oh, yeah,
needs
that
to
was
be
terrible. Yeah.
fired because
Yeah.
that was so epic, and I wish she came out just in her verse instead of doing that. When I say hashtag, you say
right. Well, I like
that
the
was
way he
epic.
was dancing with like the 80 girls,
Yeah.
and then you know they did a little pump dance, and then Missy jumps out. Even though the way he introduced her was a little weird to me because he was like the queen of Virginia, but he didn't really say her name at first. I mean, I guess we're supposed to know. I mean, I guess we know.
I knew
that-
Missy
No.
Elliott was gonna come as soon as I heard they
Pass the
remixed-
Dutch or
yeah. Because they remixed the Bay song with the Pass the
with the
Dutch.
president. But when she came out, it made me realize how much I miss Missy, though.
Yep.
I'm like, I'm ready for
Agreed.
new music. I
Agreed.
need her to come back out.
Well, I think with her being gone, it just makes you realize the lack of just talented
Absolutely.
artists. There
Yeah,
are.
for
You
sure.
know, you have these kind of like you were saying with Beyonce and the other girl the last 9 years.
Rihanna.
Yeah,
Rihanna.
yeah. You know,
like
the
Other girl.
The other girl,
like
9
that.
years. I like that.
Right.
The other girl. And he was like, you know,
No shade, no shade, no
the
shade,
other
no
one.
shade.
The other
Yeah,
one.
right.
The other naked one.
Yeah, they both take the clothes off on stage. I get them mixed up, but I'm not complaining about that. But anyways, thanks Derrial for the affirmation. But anyways, yeah, you know, with artists like Missy that are out, you know, it makes you realize how much there's just a lack of that and how much the industry is missing that kind of talent.
Absolutely.
You know, I think Ciara has been the only one that has been able to have that Missy Elliott kind of. I know you're shaking your head, but let me say.
I don't.
Whoa! I think
you just.
Let me
yeah.
hold up.
I think
Hold
you're
up.
gonna get
Let me
3
explain.
shades over here because I don't know if I can
okay,
get with you there.
let me explain. Give me 10 seconds. Let me explain.
All right. All right.
All right. In regards to dancing, captivating an audience, being an electrifying performer, incorporating your dancers and everything into the piece that you do and not just singing with a microphone, I think Ciara is the only other artist in the last 6 years that have been able to do it.
I mean, yeah,
Name someone
I'm not-
else.
Beyonce.
Well,
Beyonce.
name someone other than B.
Honestly, to me, someone
exactly.
that can come in the game, but she doesn't get recognized. Tiana Taylor.
I agree
Tiana
with you
Taylor's
there.
music
I
is
agree
really
with you
good.
there.
Her dancing is
I
off the
love
chain.
her.
Her body is ridiculous. She's an amazing singer, rapper. Like, and I don't understand who's trying to market this girl.
Right.
Nobody, because she's.
Yeah.
But look, okay,
Touched.
but wait, we need to talk about one hot mess situation. Jennifer Hudson's dress. During that performance, I know we're going to talk about it in
gonna talk
fashion,
about it.
but that performance, the walk it out thing, it was like, girl, why would you wear that outfit with them heels if you can't walk it out in the heels? So I wasn't into the walk it out
Yeah, them
performance.
stripper boots on.
The thing is though, I couldn't even get past the fact that Jennifer had the dude who looked like the pretty boy felon on the stage with her. Because I was like, why?
I know
was like,
that, man. He's
That is
David
true.
I was like, that dude
McIntosh.
looks just like the pretty boy felon. I was like, at first I was like, is that the pretty boy felon? He did get a new job.
By the way, Pretty Boy Bellin is from Stockton, California, where he was arrested. I'm not bragging about that because I'm from Stockton, but
Okay.
just you know.
I was waiting to see where this was going to go.
Right?
Kevin.
Do you know
Where's-
him?
I do not, but I'm not. If anyone knows anything about Stockton, we're like have the highest murder capital rate and all that.
Oh my!
I'm only saying
not
this
to go off
'cause it's-
subject, but
yeah, I'm only saying this because it's this week and we don't have it in the topics. But the Pretty Boy Felon was actually signed for a reality show earlier this week.
I heard
the
that.
same person
that.
at Farrah Abraham.
I heard that.
I cannot believe
He's gonna get a
what's-
sex tape
Yep.
Well,
He's
with
gonna be the
Farrah
next-
Abraham.
that's
He's gonna
the way
be
to
hanging
make
from the
money now.
shower.
He'll turn it. But I'm about to say, doesn't he have to get released in order to take advantage of all these offers that are coming his way?
Yeah.
So it's good. It ain't gonna happen. But that Jennifer Hudson song, the disco one, at first I was like, "Girl, let go of Dream Girls." But then when it was going, I was like, "Yes, Donna Summers 2.0." I was giving it.
She worked it.
How'd you feel about Nicki Minaj, Pills and Potion?
I was bored to death.
I wish
to
she
pieces.
did Yes, Bitch, and
She
brought
didn't
Soulja
kill
Boy
it.
out.
I was bored.
Didn't
It
kill
was creative.
No, it looked like I was watching Alice in Wonderland.
I thought Britney
was
Spears.
creepy.
Honestly, I was
Yeah.
sitting during that performance watching Nicki Minaj saying, "Why is it that she's so great? Like, I mean, why do people hype her up so much? I don't like. Just to me,
'Cause no
a
one
lot of
has
her
better
songs.
lyrics.
There's
but to
nobody
me, a
to
lot of her
challenge
songs are
her.
very
Exactly.
anticlimactic.
There's nobody
Exactly.
to challenge her. As soon as
There's
somebody
no-
amazing challenges her and steps up to the plate,
Exactly.
everybody will be like, "What? Nikki who?"
Exactly.
I don't think that.
She's in a category of her own. She has no competition, so therefore she's gonna excel and be glorified for what she does because there is none.
And whoever the marketing is genius.
Yeah.
I think that's Young Money or whoever's behind them. But
Whoever
yeah,
is behind them, exactly.
Who else did we get? We got John Legend, Janaea Aiko.
I like that.
It was cute for her,
For
but
her, it
John
was good.
Legend can't sing his own songs for some reason. Like, he sang everyone else's songs that night
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, I agree.
I didn't think Janae was that great.
I thought she was okay. I thought, I like that song. I thought John.
And then
I could give or take John
he
sometimes.
oversang her when he came
He
in.
did. He
It was
oversang
just
her. He did.
Awkward.
He did.
I just.
All right, and the Lionel Richie tribute.
John did great on that.
Yes,
He did do good on
Yeah.
that. But Yolanda.
He killed Hello.
Adams
Who let
killed it.
Lettucey sing Brick House?
Yeah, that was a terrible
That's
choice.
what I want to know.
so I didn't even know who that was when she first came out. I was like, who is this?
Is she
I
a
was like,
scat
who
singer?
put you in a mini skirt and who told you to sing Brick House?
Is she a scat singer? Is that why
She
was
kind of
doing
is
that?
scatty, yeah.
She can.
But I thought Yolanda killed it during
Oh
that
my-
tribute.
she did.
I mean,
That was
I was like,
Everybody was
took
in
it
the
to
audience
church.
like,
And I love when Lionel went up there. He
Yes.
said, "I'm glad I sang this song first
Yes.
because if I hadn't, I would not be getting this award."
True
she
that.
killed it. She
Yeah,
killed
that
it.
was funny.
She killed it.
She honestly had the best performance in the night.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Like, bye. And
I don't know.
No? Who?
Usher to me.
Usher did good, but
Usher
I needed
to
more
me-
of a Kiss. What's the new song? Kiss.
Kiss.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
That song. I need the new one. Kissing,
Yeah.
Kisser, or whatever. I
I'm just
need more of
like-
that song.
I'm just not into it.
I was just like, oh,
No.
tribute performance to Usher. All of like, oh, you just want to remind us of your music. Like, all right.
Well, that's what's funny. When he started off, I was like, I thought the tribute tonight was to Lionel Richie, and now that's just what I saw going
was-
through his
it was
head.
tribute, like,
it
you're
was
right.
confused, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I was excited every hit that he
you
went
didn't
through.
like the old
I was like, yo,
Except,
you know?
yeah, when he did, I was like, this is kind of desperate. Don't do that. And then he quickly got
You
out
said
of it.
it's desperate. Why was it desperate?
Because was popping when it was out.
that's
but
his
like,
biggest
now
hit of
it's
all time.
2014. Like, who's
Yeah, but if he's gonna do a collage of his songs, I mean, why not throw that one in
he
there? That
could
was
have
his
done
biggest
My
hit.
Way or something else
Just
other than that one.
Let it burn.
Yeah, right.
Birds.
Wow.
No.
We got jokes in here today.
Man.
I get it because I feel like Usher he had to a point to prove in a sense. That's what it looked like. Because if you didn't want to prove a point, you would have went out there, did your good Kisser performance, and then you would have kept
Walked
it
off the
pushing.
stage.
I
But
think he wanted to
Trey
prove that he was still the
Songz-
king of R&B.
That's what I
But
think
he
too.
I think
did
that was
it. It
behind
just
it.
came
is I'm
off
the
as-
king.
That's what I think too.
It just came off as I'm trying to prove that I'm still the king, not that score bitches I'm the king.
Right.
It's kind of like, was it a few years ago when R. Kelly had performed at the, what's it be? And he went through his montage of, he
That
sang
was
his,
last year, right? Wasn't that last
Yeah,
year?
that was last year.
He did
Okay.
that.
But like,
But I was feeling that.
That was different to me. That was stronger.
right, because R. Kelly has to sing all those old songs because he don't have new songs that are hot. Usher's still in the top 10. So
Yeah.
Usher could go and have performed Good Kisser, had an amazing choreography to it, and just, it would have
And
been a
sold
great
that
performance.
song because
Nah.
I don't even know about it really.
Oh, it's a dope
Oh,
song.
I mean,
it's
I
dope.
know about
It's-
it, but it's
a
one of
dope
those
song.
things that
That's
it
a nice
hasn't
beat.
gotten in my
Yes,
ear.
yeah.
So if he had done an amazing performance of that song, I would have been like, oh, that's right, I did like
I
that
haven't seen the
song.
video yet, but if the video's dope, to me, this song that could skyrocket that one.
Well, my favorite thing of the BET Awards was not even any of that. It was the fact that I got to see Kenya Moore and Stevie J. And on that note, if you guys want to know more about that, you guys should check out AfterBuzzTV.com. Whatever your
so
favorite
funny.
TV show is, maybe it's Love and Hip Hop, maybe it's Real Housewives of Atlanta. As soon as it's done, check out AfterBuzzTV.com, and we will be there talking about it.
We certainly will. All right, we're going to
what
move
we
on
do.
to gossip and rumors with Courtney Stewart. What you got for us today?
Well, it's more about fashion, red carpet, and what people had on their bodies at the BET Awards. We already talked a little bit about that. There are a few trends of the night, and we'll just kind of briefly give an overview of what those trends were. First up, there were breasts everywhere. In case you didn't notice, everybody seemed to think that all of their boobs needed to be out, not just some of their boobs. The 3 examples that we have posted right now are Tatiana Ali in this lovely coral floor-length gown with a huge keyhole opening. We had Claudia Jordan rocking bright yellow with a deep V and a high split. So she was trying to give you boobs and... But I didn't say that.
Oh. I said it for you.
See, you said it for me.
I said it for you.
All right.
I was beeping my own self. Okay, and then there was Ashanti looking extra voluptuous in her white Michael Costello gown, and she had the same keyhole opening, long sleeves, large slit up the front.
She was giving that Mary J. Blige.
I don't know about that.
She's very blonde.
Yeah, that blonde
I was not feeling the blonde at all.
Okay.
A little bit too blonde.
In person, though, all these pictures make these girls look horrendous.
Thank you.
In person, though, all 3 of these girls, and I don't even like Claudia Jordan like that, nor Ashanti. But
I do.
Okay, but probably 2 totally
you were real high.
Kevin's like everyone.
But I
He's like,
do.
but I do.
But when I tell you, these 3 girls and Kenya Moore, when they walked by, it was like double, triple look. Like, these 3 girls looked amazing. And honestly, I've never seen Ashanti on a carpet before and make me look twice. Like,
Well, here's what I'll say to that only, just from the fashion world. It looks good in person, but you're supposed to photograph it too to make sure it looks good in photograph. And if your chichis look lopsided or look like they're squeezing out the wrong way, then you probably need to tape them up a little bit higher.
Right.
Now, you know who originated that look, right?
Tatiana's look like they need to tape a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, J-Lo.
And really, your boobs are too much for that dress in the end.
I didn't realize Tatiana was so big-chested.
She's probably not that big-chested, but she's too big-chested for that much cleavage. Or that much under boob, because that's not really cleavage.
Now, this is my question. Do you guys, a lot of these women, especially Tatiana Ali, is seen as a lady of class sophistication.
Right.
Do you think when they do dress a little provocative like this, it is detrimental to their brand or image?
she didn't
Not
look,
when it's done well.
Yeah, like, it didn't look trashy in person. Like, honestly, like, she
Because it
really...
looks like it's a window away from an areola popping out or something.
It is.
Right, but
it looks cheap on the
let me ask you a
picture.
question.
It looks cheap.
I mean, let's be honest. What image does Tatiana really have?
She doesn't have one
So,
right now.
I don't-
Well, I mean, I'm saying.
No, I'm saying, but I mean, like, if that's the case, then
No shade, no shade, no shade, no shade.
No shade, right?
more
trying to
attention
get
to her
one,
so
y'all.
she
She's
can
trying to
get
get
something
one.
popping off. I'm trying to help out the situation.
You might want to get it popping
and
off.
Claudia,
but
I
not
mean,
your
I
breath.
think that Claudia is a sexy woman regardless, so I think that I'm not mad. This outfit,
I actually
to me,
think Claudia
I ain't mad
looked
at
the
it.
best out of the 3 of them, personally.
And Ashanti, she's
yeah.
It
trying to...
fit the best. Her breasts were most suited to the deepness.
I feel like Ashanti's still doing the covers for Murder Inc. in this dress for some
I
reason.
felt like, girl, you're not
Yeah,
getting
the way
married.
she's looking, it
The
looks like
Don
she's about to
Diva or
murder
something.
somebody right now.
Yeah.
Well, what's it called? Rumor has it all the little girls on the carpet were talking about her hair, and that it was blonde because she got a nose job.
That's usually what they do, guys. They go blonde when they get a nose job.
I don't understand the blonde in the nose.
Because you don't pay attention to her
You don't pay attention
nose
to the nose.
if you have suddenly bright blonde hair. Everybody's like, oh my God, you're blonde.
Kardashian
Kim
started
Kardashian
that.
does it all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
But Kim also has a boob job, a Botox.
Right. So when she doesn't want you to pay attention
If she
to those,
does
she dyes her
anything
hair.
that's a drastic change on her face, like she will change her hair too.
Did
Because you
not
pay
know
attention
that.
to her hair.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Now you know.
Thanks for
If you're
educating
dating a
me.
girl
Thanks
and
for
suddenly
educating
she's
us. Or
blonde,
maybe-
you might want to be
right.
like, what did you just do to yourself?
Maybe Ashanti dyed it blonde to not hide the nose job. It was to hide her edges that she seems to have.
I was going to say some other things, but I'm going to move on.
Her hairy arms. Oh no, that's what the
Stop
long
it.
sleeves
I mean, she worked out the sideburns. Okay, so trend number 2 of the night was summer white. There were lots of ladies walking around in white, as we already saw. We had Paris Hilton on the carpet, rocking Michael Costello again. He's like super popular among Black women and people at the BET Awards, including Paris Hilton. What's her name? Keke Palmer. And we also had the lovely Adrienne Bailon also wearing this very body conscious long white. I just don't understand. But anyway,
Thank you.
I just
'Cause
I don't
last
get
year
it.
she wore
that
just very
the exact
similar.
same dress in a different
Just
color
red.
board, and you're doing too much.
I'm sorry, who is Adrienne Bailon again?
Exactly the
Right.
point.
Cheetah Girl.
She used to.
She's about to host the Real.
She's hosting a Real, the new BET
And she
show.
used to date.
It's
Rob
actually on
Kardashian.
Fox too.
Okay.
I thought it wasn't going to
sorry.
air, but they were showing previews today
showing it?
during
Oh,
Wendy.
okay.
So I'm like, oh, they have a double deal or something. Like,
Okay,
it'll
yeah,
be
right, got a double deal.
on
Yeah.
BET.
Yeah.
So good for them.
What the
But-
hell is Kiki wearing?
Okay, let's talk about Kiki. So everybody's
really
really
disturbed me.
talking about Kiki's dress.
Pocahontas.
A lot of people said that it reminded them of the White Power Ranger. I laughed hysterically. It's cut out and open across the thighs, which is a very similar look that actually Kendall Jenner just wore to some award show where the dress was split all the way up to her pelvic bone. So it's almost like you bit that idea. So that's also why it's whack. But I don't know. It's kind of weird. It didn't work for me.
It was weird, and I wanted to like it because I do like her. And at first I was like, okay, this is interesting. It's kind of sexy. But then when they would always have her doing like the pre-commercial little reads or whatever.
She was
and
struggling with that.
she struggled with
She
those.
was,
She
yeah.
did struggle with those.
Yeah.
Every
It was
time
very
she did,
uncomfortable.
I saw that too.
She
I was
did seem very uncomfortable. But every time she moved,
I think it was the
dress
teleprompter.
would move.
Yeah, it looked
and
really
it was just so
awkward.
distracting to me because I was like, okay, am I supposed to pay attention to the thigh and the right and the left or what she's saying? Like, what's going on?
Here's what I'll say. Kiki's not the largest girl, like in terms of height and things like that.
Right.
And the dress wore her. She didn't wear the dress at all.
Yeah.
So if you can't pull it off, then don't wear it. And she looks uncomfortable even in that pose in that picture. Like she's trying to hold it in place.
She looked like she's wearing a Chinese finger trap.
Yeah. So
She looks constipated in that.
Yeah.
And Adrian, to me, is trying to give me J-Lo. I mean,
Adrian
I feel
is always trying to
I
give
feel like
J-Lo,
that's
and
J-
I'm like,
that
you
was
are
the thing you think is J-Lo.
literally
You were in
4'10".
3LW.
Like, just she should be in a cute, short, sexy
Yeah.
little dress.
She's a
like
cute girl.
All this
She's a cute girl.
gown and girl, stop.
Paris Hilton though.
I just hated that she was even there.
Why? She's part of Young Money.
I
She won an award.
I know,
actually.
but it's still, I know, but it annoys me.
Technically.
love that she's
I remember
there.
the videotape from
Why
10
does
years
that
ago
make you
when
mad that she's there?
Because I remember the videotape when she said talking about black people
What
in
did
the
she say?
videotape, calling them the N-word on the videotape like 10 years ago. So
Don't let Paula Dean show
do
up.
people forget that? Like that's like now it's
good
part
thing
of the
Justin
campaign.
Well,
Bieber didn't show up
apparently
either.
Young Money doesn't care, and they forgot about it because
Well.
they hired her and hang out with her, and she's wearing that dress.
And honestly, she looked.
Is it shade that
amazing on
this
the
is what it makes me think of?
What is that?
What is
The
that?
disco ball from Sully and the Monsters
Oh
Inc.
no, Steven, come on, you're usually good.
Yeah. Steven, that one. And then you.
That one fell
And that
flat,
one was
Steven,
for Kiki,
sorry.
right? And we
Actually,
moved on
low
from
key,
Kiki.
I know, right?
That was more for Kiki.
I
That
was
looked like Charlie
confused.
Baltimore's dress.
Charlie.
Oh my God.
No, you know what Paris. I didn't really have an issue with her being there because she was with Young Money and representing
whack to
that
me.
camp.
I just think she's whack.
However, it's like, at the end of the day, I don't think she was really there to celebrate black entertainment.
No, she was there.
She
because
was
she's
not
gonna
there to-
drop
She was
you
there
know,
to sell record entertainment.
Yeah, exactly. She
Sell
was there
record
for-
entertainment.
for her own agenda.
Right.
So, yeah, it is what it is. I don't know.
That's why I like her.
She could be bi to
She
me. Like,
is all
move
about
on
her
from her.
business and
She's
plays
fucking
dumb
Paris
on the
Hilton.
outside forever.
Absolutely. She's super
And
smart. I'm not
she's
gonna say
super
that,
brilliant.
but-
Yeah, I was about to say she's probably one of the richest people in that
Yeah,
whole place.
pretty much.
Oh,
Set it up.
Oh, I'm sure of that. Yeah.
All right, moving on. The next trend of the night,
Oh,
which
God.
I was not excited about at all. Plaids and florals, guys. They were everywhere. We got Luke James rocking a floral short suit
What
with
the hell?
sneakers.
In
we
person,
had
he looked good.
Kerry
I'm not gonna-
Washington and Dolce Gabbana. She wore a floral cocktail dress. And then we had T.I. wearing a plaid shirt, a sweater tied around his neck, and matching sneakers. Yeah, no, don't do this.
Yeah, I just felt like T.I. was going to pick his son up from soccer practice.
It was
I didn't know what was
weird.
going on.
I didn't get it.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. My man, what's his name again?
Luke James.
Luke James. Okay, now I'm a lot of times before these awards, I'm assuming they get their stylists come with outfits and say, "Who the hell? What was Luke thinking?"
I
Like,
liked it,
when-
honestly. He came
I'm
up,
not mad at
and
Luke
it
James.
was so hot. The material it was made out of, it
No,
made sense why he
man.
wore it, and he just had it open on the thing.
He looks
All
like
the
he's
girls
about to
were
go to
female.
a cabana out in Hawaii and
That's how I feel. Like, you look like you're going on vacation, not like
Yeah.
you're on a red carpet.
See,
And
so
I'm not mad at
Luke.
it for
I'm not
that
mad at Luke.
reason, but
What I
But
don't
nobody
think I
looked
would
like they
suggest.
were on a red carpet.
No, wait. The only one I would suggest, or thing I would suggest for Luke James is maybe he could have dressed up the shoe like a loafer or something. You know what I mean? Like instead of the sneakers, because I think that would have changed the look of the outfit to make it from Cabana Boy to a little bit more stylish.
Maybe.
But
or maybe he just
Honey, he
decided
could've
he
been
didn't
my
care
Cabana
because
boy.
all the black people were hating on him and his redheaded white girlfriend on Twitter. So maybe
Were
he
they
was
really?
like, I don't care about that.
snap.
And then Kerry,
Carrie just looks like she was at the wrong event.
She could not walk in those heels.
She was probably tired.
Come on, give it up. The woman just had a baby. All right?
I think she looks great. I just think she looks like she's at the wrong event. She looks like she's going to like the Essence Women in Hollywood luncheon.
I can't talk about Carrie because her skit with Kevin Hart was hilarious.
She's beautiful, but it just didn't make sense to me.
She didn't stop for nobody at the car. She didn't even look.
She never does that. She when we went, remember we went to the
NAACP.
No,
but she was pregnant at the time.
But
let me ask you, wanted to ask her about
that. She didn't stop at the Golden Globe.
But was that pre-scandal or post-scandal?
No, this was this year, like January.
Yeah, I'm saying. I think if you caught her prior to scandal, I'm sure she would have talked to you.
Right. No, this was like a couple months ago.
But I'm sure part of it, she was hiding the baby. Like she doesn't want to share about the baby at all because, as we saw her at the NAACP Awards, she got real hostile when somebody asked about the baby.
She did do that.
Anyway, final trend of the night was on stage. I call this trend stage witchcraft because they all look like weirdos and magicians that were about to like do some strange shit. Like I don't know what was happening, but like as we mentioned before, we had Jennifer Hudson in like this leather disaster and some go-go boot. Like I don't know what she was doing. And then
Chris, a sexy back.
Chris brought the plaid dress / torn up jeans and a hat. Like I don't know what he was doing. And then Nikki, I actually kind of thought it was sexy, but it was kind of confusing also because it was like metal halter
with leather tassels
and fur. Like I don't know. I don't know what was happening.
Why does Chris look like the Scarecrow on The Wiz?
Exactly.
Come on in, your keys are down.
That's exactly what he looks like.
No, you can't do nothing if you carry the love.
He does kind of actually. Yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at Nicki Minaj's outfit because I think she can pull that off. She can pull that off.
It was just weird on the bike.
Chris's is definitely weird. I feel like he should have like a bicycle and be riding in Compton. I don't know what's going on.
Is that what? But like, what was the inspiration for that? Like, how does it go?
I think it was like blood. Like
that's what it looks like.
West Coast related. But I also think it was like, let's put him in something that literally you can only wear for a performance that everyone's gonna be like, wait, is it ugly? Is it okay? And he danced in it, which I was like, is he going to rip it off? Because how are you going to dance?
Yeah, but what happened to like, how did it make sense with the performance? Like, isn't that supposed to be costuming on stage? Like, it's supposed to be some part of the story. And it didn't make sense to me at all, which is also why I was confused as hell with Jennifer Hudson, girl. Are you going to a dominatrix
S&M
convention?
Rihanna?
Like, and you look like, and I don't want to say this because we talked about this last week on Fashion 411. We were excited. We're like, what is she going to wear on the carpet? What is she going to perform in? We want her to bring it.
To show off her body, too. And
that just made her look like an old lady trying real hard to wear her like daughter's.
What did you want to see her in? More colors, or what do you want to see?
Something that fit. Number one.
But even that,
you thought it was too tight?
Hell yeah, it was too tight. It was like, and it looked like plastic. Yeah. It doesn't look like leather. It looks cheap.
Like look at her leather compared to Nicki's.
Exactly.
Leather.
It looks cheap as hell.
Okay,
she looks cheap,
it has a little extra sheer shine on it.
She is
from
like
this angle.
Superstar capable. Like she should be this like shining like, but like goddess level like Whitney and Mariah
status.
Yeah. I don't like to say Mariah because I don't want to assume like Mariah ain't never had her fashion right, but
Mariah's still working.
I just mean on that level in terms of what her light should be when she is on stage. She should not look like a cheap hooker wearing some cheap boots that I could get at the corner store mall. And
because it took like 2 minutes into the song for you to be like, oh fuck yeah, I fuck with this. Like it just was weird at first. She was walking and she looked really not confident in her performance. She was she kept crossing her eyes and stuff.
Maybe he was trying to walk in those boots.
Maybe she didn't see past her
but all
lashes.
The more reason why you shouldn't
Maybe
have
her
worn
lashes
them.
were too long.
Yeah.
Like just why?
But no, I 100% agree with you. If that outfit correlated directly with the song or the lyrics of the song, then I can understand it. But
she should have had like a disco-y dress on.
And she actually looks thick. Like she don't look like at her best like size.
Mm-hmm. Well, she had to wear something that kind of went with both songs too, because she did the walk it out a little bit first.
That don't go with neither of them.
So how did that go with it?
It doesn't, but I'm just trying to.
Well, actually, the outfit did fit when she had that little nice scene with the guy that looked like the convict from Stockton.
Pretty boy.
You know,
David McIntosh.
Did the outfit? I was like, okay, they gonna do a little sexy.
He was a convict, and she was his warden.
But I didn't understand the lyrics of the song with what he was doing because he kept like staring at her like he was gonna beat her, and then he just like, and then his see-through underwear was showing with his. I was like,
Jennifer, I don't know what you're doing. I really have no idea. I really want you to be great, and you.
You know what it is? She's trying to compete with the Rihannas and the Beyoncés.
Even though but see, that's the point.
That's what it is.
And she shaded both of them, but also you don't actually have to compete with them because you're a different genre.
True. true.
You're not the booty shaking. I gotta try
You're
to prove.
You're an Oscar award-winning actress.
Vocally, we want to hear you
Award-winning
sing.
Actress.
We want to see Beyonce shake her ass.
Singer,
we want to plug our ears and just watch Rihanna be naked. Like, we don't need that from Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah.
Just sing.
I don't know. She's trying to. I think she's just trying to get it back. She's trying to get that. You know.
What back?
I think she's just trying to show. She's
that.
like, listen, I lost this weight. I'm gonna show it. Like,
so show it. There, you can show off your lost weight without looking like somebody squeezed your sausages into some casing and looped it up and strapped it up and put you out there with some freaking Crisco on top.
Damn.
No shame.
I think I got fat off of what you just said.
Right?
Damn.
Oh.
Wow.
Anyway.
I love the flattering words for her.
Right.
Sunglasses right now.
Stop it.
So let me-
Sorry.
I'm sorry, there's a
We'll
reflection
move
here.
on.
Let's talk about who hit it.
We will talk about the one person that I thought actually got it all the way right, all over, all up and down, and that was Miss Kenya Moore at whatever, 45 some years old. She had the makeup right, the sex hair was right, the dress fit, and it fit over the curves. It wasn't fitting too tight in the wrong spots. All the boobs were up and looking excited, and she looked happy, and I loved it.
She looks gorgeous.
And
She looks
I've been
beautiful.
clocking Kenya on
Yes,
AfterBuzz.
You know
we
what?
will
Housewives
clock
this
Kenya,
one.
but I will give her when she gets her
She
due.
looks like old school Kenya, like when she was Miss what?
Sexy.
Not USA. Was it USA?
USA,
Yeah,
honey,
when she looks like Miss
USA.
USA Kenya right there.
Yes, that dark
bringing it.
eyeliner all the way around. She got her dark smoked out eye and a bright orange lip. You
And
look
this photo
amazing.
actually makes her look worse.
Yes. I'm sure she looks
this
amazing in
doesn't
person with
do
that color.
justice at all.
Yeah.
Because when she walked on that carpet, and it's Kenya Moore, so you know what I mean? I was already, someone's like, Kenya Moore's coming down. This bitch was glowing.
She's working that.
She worked it.
She do not look no
She
45 in
worked
there.
it.
Not at all. No, sir.
All you youngins take heed, because y'all failing. And she did it.
By the way, did anyone see Busta Rhymes' horrible get up?
Busta Rhymes
I
looked
couldn't
like
get
they said
past
the
his
Cheesecake
swollen
Factory.
face.
Yeah, exactly,
He
man.
looked like he was about to pop. Like every time he hugged somebody, I was like, oh, he's gonna explode.
He looked like he ate the old Busta Rhymes.
Yeah,
what
he
happened?
did.
I used
He
to
did,
love
He's
man.
busting
Busta
bus
Rhymes.
for real now.
He really is.
He's
man.
really busting
He
bus.
almost looked a little homeless the way he
he
was
looked
up.
like-
And
He
the
looked
fro,
like-
I was like, what's going on with the fro and the
I was
tinted
confused.
glasses? I was like,
He looked like
Busta.
Parappa
I was
the
so
rapper.
disappointed.
And then he had the JJ Fad jacket on, you know,
Yeah.
with the true color jacket.
It looked like the Cheesecake Factory bag.
That's what
His
they said,
ja-
the Cheesecake
His jacket.
Factory bag.
Yeah.
It did.
It did. It was
did.
exactly the pattern.
It did. It was
Apparently,
kinda
that's where he ate
That's where he
before he
was.
caved. Yeah.
He ate there
was-
multiple times, apparently.
He did.
God, he used to be my number 2.
I used to love Busta too, but
love it.
I mean,
yeah. I don't know
not
what
that
happened.
because of his physical appearance, I don't like him anymore. I mean, I still think he's Busta
No,
Bust, but
he's dope. But
damn,
Opposite.
you know, just
Looking
yeah,
Frogger or
just kind of threw me
something.
back.
he took me back, way back. All right, is that your
Whoa.
fashion breakdown for
That's
the BT
our
Awards?
fashion breakdown. It wasn't all disappointing.
It was not disappointing. And for other things that aren't disappointing, you should go to iTunes and check out our other Black Hollywood live shows, including Kevin's Black Sports Weekly. We have The Beat with DJ Jesse J. We have Fashion 401 with Courtney. All three of us here do, not Fashion 401.
like,
we do portraits.
We do what?
We do portraits. We have stand-up, sit-down. I mean, the list goes on and on. Check out our program. We have over about 20 shows that cover everything that you like in African-American culture and urban culture. So go to iTunes, give us a rating, comment, tell your family, let everybody know about us, let us know what you like and dislike, and we will continue to give you good programming. All right, moving on to the BT Experience portion of BT Awards weekend. I was lucky enough to host the main stage this year at the Los Angeles Convention Center representing Black Hollywood Live.
Look at you in the back.
Yeah, somehow I popped up in a couple pictures. Yes, I look like a little boy, like who's really geeked. I don't know what's going on right there in that picture.
You know, you was photobombing purposely.
Yes,
Damn well what was going
strategically
on.
place
They're
yourself.
gonna be like, who are that?
Yes.
Jennifer Hudson got a brother?
But with the main stage, there was a variety of different things going on. Also, just overall with the weekend. And so, our particular place, we were doing all the cast member interviews. So the first one we had was Bow Wow and Keisha Shantae.
His name is not Bow Wow anymore.
Officially
It's
Monday,
Shad
it is
Moss.
Shad Moss, and I did ask him about that, and he just said it was time to kind of get his grown man on. You know, he said that he said that was his birth name, and that he has come to a place now where he feels like that's the strong part of who he wants to be. So I was impressed with Bow Wow.
No, that's because his rap career has basically obsolete now.
Obsolete.
So
well, he is working on new music. He told me. So you know, we shall see where
We all
he
are.
said to
got a
expect
track
something
coming
different
out.
from him. So I'm hoping that with this new name change, that the music will be.
What are you gonna do?
change.
Some spoken word or
Jocelyn
some?
Hernandez is working on a song. I mean,
Yeah. Well, Bow Wow was one of them with Keisha Shantae, the new host of 106 & Park.
Oh, maybe
together.
she will go ahead and get the Aaliyah picture now.
Yeah, since
Zendaya
backed out of that. That's right.
Oh yeah,
that's right. We also had the cast of the game, which had Jay Ellis, Wendy Raquel Robinson, Lauren London, Colby Bell, Hosea Sanchez, Brittany Daniel, and Caitlin Smith. They were all super cool. The one thing that I was really impressed with was actually Brittany Daniel, because she dealt with health issues, and Brittany, of course, we know was one of the original cast members from the show and came back. And she just said, she's got her stuff together. She has such a positive spirit and mind, and it was really a pleasure to sit and talk with her among the other cast. And Wendy Raquel Robinson is one funny, beautiful, funny woman.
She's off the chain.
She's off the chain. Also, some of the highlights, we had Jennifer Hudson, which if you are online or if you happen to Google in Jennifer Hudson's, what is this, a jumpsuit, I guess?
Yes, she was in a denim jumpsuit.
She was in a denim jumpsuit, and apparently I pop up in the picture
cute.
with her.
That's nice.
It was fun. She looked great in person. Her shoes were killer, and the shoes were super sexy. I got to give her that. But she got an award from BT for the Community Impact Award, which was really cool, and I had an opportunity to present it to her, so it was a nice moment with her. But I know there's a lot of things about Jennifer's outfit from the awards, but personally, she's been getting a lot of thumbs up for this one.
Yeah, exactly my point. Like, you wore this great outfit before the award show, and then you look tragic on the doggone award show. Right. That's her sexy.
That's her sexy. It
something
was very sexy.
Simple, but then she
jazzed
it up.
I can't even hate on that.
And you look
gorgeous.
at the hair and then the bright lip, you get excited.
You get a little excited. Yeah. So we also have Morris Chestnut, who is doing a new show on BET called Vindicated, which actually I think it started in 2012. It's about people who've been falsely accused of crimes, and then they are
exonerated.
Yes. So he is the lead host for that show. I'm excited to see this season. He said there's going to be some really cool and deep issues that are talked about on the show this season. And I asked him personally, I was like, is this a cause for you? Is this something that you felt like you wanted to be involved because of something personal? And he just said, basically that obviously black men have a tough time in the world right now, and this show isn't just about black men. It's also justice system. It isn't just about black men, but also black women. But it highlights what is going on in our community. He really felt like he wanted to be involved with this, so he said when BET asked him to host the show, he was like hands-on, definitely want to do it. And he also talked about, he gave us a little sneak peek of there might be a possibility of doing a Best Man 3.
Of course there is.
Malcolm Lee.
Did great.
It did unbelievable.
Wait, did you talk to Malcolm?
Malcolm Lee was there. He said that he's reading scripts for it. So
he told us that he sent the script in. He sends the script in to this past Wednesday, and he'll find out by the end of this week, so he should know.
There will be another one.
There will be another one.
And
absolutely.
It might be something about a vacation.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Well, yeah. It's going to do well either way. So we also had the cast members of Being Mary Jane. We had Samore, who came back for Comic View. She was the former host back in the day, and they are reviving the show, so she came back on. She was hilarious. We had Fodsworth Bentley from Lift Every Voice. That's the inspirational new show on BET. Joyful Drake and Erica Hubbard are friends from Portraits. We interviewed both of them. You should check out their interviews on Black Hollywood Live Portraits. They talked about the next season and possibilities of what's going to go on with their characters. A little bit of information with that. And then the last interview that we had was with Diggy Simmons and Bria Murphy and the cast of The Startup, which is a new show, scripted show on BET, which looks pretty good, actually. It looks pretty funny. I think it might be a little fun show. And he had a ton of 13-year-old fans sitting in that crowd. I was like,
of course
I mean, they like rushed the crowd. I mean, we were standing in the front. We had to get extra security just for Diggy Simmons. And Bria Murphy is absolutely stunning. She is. I didn't realize how pretty that girl was.
All of them are.
All of them are, yes.
Because of their mom.
Another highlight of this weekend was some of the events that were taking place, such as the BETX fashion show presented by the Poetic Justice Jeans. There was a Coca-Cola World, and one of the main popular things that were going on with the BETX celebrity basketball game, which Chris Brown and Justin Bieber both played in. So we were sitting there hosting, and all of a sudden we heard the crowd go crazy. We were like, who just came in? They were like, Justin Bieber. I was like, wow. That is
Justin Bieber likes black people.
He's trying to get that black card back.
That is that image control going on right
exactly.
there. Image control. Other players were Snoop. He was Snoop in the game, and Omarion, and Snoop actually was the crowd favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
Even with his French manicure.
Yeah. Yes. Other things that they had going on were the Genius Talks panels. They had Mae Jemison, who is the first African-American woman to travel to space.
Yeah,
she was interviewed by our girl Regina King, who we love. Will Packard, he was interviewed by Boris Kodjoe. They also had a variety of different live shows, such as 106 in Park, which taped there. They had something called the Able to Get Exercise with the Pretty Girls, which was a sweat cardio kickboxing party with Angela Simmons and Jeanette Jenkins.
Yeah,
so that was pretty cool. They had a slam dunk contest, among other things, such as the Music Matters, which were the artists that were performing in between the commercial breaks at the BT Awards. So that was pretty cool as well. Some of those performers were Elle Varner, who we love, Jonathan McReynolds, Rico Love, Tiara Thomas, Eric Bellinger, and Seven Streeter. Hey. Now, one of the other highlights for the evening of all 3 days was the concert series that the Experience does. The first night was Maxwell, Jill Scott, Marsha Ambrosia, and Candace Glover, who opened up the show. I actually went to that show, and let me tell you something. Jill Scott killed it. I felt like they cut Marsha Ambrosia a little bit too short, unfortunately. They gave her like 20 minutes and then she like left the set. And Maxwell, it was the first time I've ever seen him in a big venue like that. And he's a great performer, but I kind of have to say I was a little disappointed, and I hate to say that.
What, vocally wise, or just
ain't nobody going to
I felt like
he
lost some of the steam in the crowd, because I felt like, okay, his music is very similar to like obviously like Sade and Intimate and Jill Scott. Jill Scott had these amazing visuals, and you felt kind of like Jill Scott told a story, where I felt like Maxwell was just doing his hits, and I didn't really feel but you know what, there were a lot of females that were complaining to the fact that he kept saying coochie sweat. He kept saying, I know there's a lot of coochie sweat in here. And a lot of women were disturbed by him saying coochie sweat.
I mean, that is a little...
Well, because they were like, it takes away from his sexy image.
What he was saying is he's getting all the ladies wet. Exactly.
But he shouldn't have said coochie sweat.
I would rather you be like,
that sounds ratchet.
That's gross.
And that's what a lot of women in the crowd that I was sitting around, I was like, oh, you guys like that? And they were like, yeah, we don't like him saying coochie sweat.
That's not classy.
They're like, that's not going to make me feel
I can see
sexy.
Lil Wayne saying that when he performs, but not Maxwell.
But Maxwell's not quite as suave and whatnot as people think. Maxwell's a little dirty.
He's a little rough around the edges. He got some.
Maxwell's a little dirty.
That actually just made me.
But
that's wow. Okay.
There's some great clips online of his show, but but overall, he did an amazing job. Obviously, he's Maxwell. He's not going to do a bad show. But I just was a little bit disappointed with just some of the things. I just felt like it was a little bit more that was needed. But maybe you're right, Courtney. Maybe it's because I am a man, but I love his music.
The coochie sweat thing is horrible.
Yeah, see, the coochie sweat didn't bother me. The coochie sweat didn't bother me.
Because coochie sweat is gross. Why are we talking about that?
Nothing sexy.
Okay, so we'll move on from the coochie sweat.
That's sweat.
Coochie sweat. So that show was great. The late night show was Future with DJ
Drama or Khaled.
And I heard
we
that
the best.
was popping.
I heard it was super popping. I didn't
Really?
go to that, but I heard it was like
Everybody
crazy. But everybody showed up to that, and it was like Friday night, so it kicked
performed
off
with
everything. The Saturday night show was Outkast with Rick Ross, August Alsina,
So mad I didn't get to
Ty
go
Dolla
to that.
Sign, and the late night show was The Roots, but Outkast killed it. They destroyed it.
As they should.
As they should. I
Glad
can't
they
wait
got the
for-
love back since Coachella was a disaster.
Yeah, I can't wait for the new album. That's I'm like fiending for it right now. And they reminded you.
They re-announced that they're coming out with an album.
Well, that's what I read actually. That on the side.
What the hell took so long?
The new album.
It's a rumor.
Andre
It's a
3000 said
rumor.
that's not happening. They're gonna do a tour. But
I was gonna say I think it's just
Yeah,
to
but
keep
it's
the
songs
energy
for the
about
tour, I think, isn't it?
Maybe.
Yeah, they said they're definitely doing a couple new tracks.
It'll
at
probably be
least.
a greatest.
They'll
hits
probably do a
song.
compilation and then add like 3 new songs. That's what a lot of
That's probably
times
what it'll be.
they.
And then the late night show for that was The Roots.
Oh yeah.
And then Sunday night was the Mary J. Blige, Trey Songz, Jennifer Hudson, and Jennifer Hudson show. And I did not go to that show, but from what I understand, they all killed it. And I heard even Trey Songz like slammed it.
Someone got conceived that night.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And
Trey Songz was the reason for that.
What I found interesting is Jennifer opened up the show. I would have thought that maybe Trey Songz would have opened up, and then it would have been Jennifer and then Mary.
No,
Trey
the reason
Songz
Trey
has
has
more
because
hits.
Jennifer, first of all, hasn't been in the game as long as Mary J. Blige and Trey Songz and all these other artists.
And she hasn't had a hit.
And yeah, exactly. Well, as far as commercial success, yeah, Jennifer hasn't had a lot of commercial success really her whole career.
Right.
So
She hasn't had
even though
any.
she may be the bigger star out of everybody, I think when it comes to just her musical career, I don't think you can compare it to Mary J.
I don't think Jennifer. Trey Songz to me has been in the game for a long time. He's Aretha.
Longer than
Franklin's
Mary J. Blige?
No.
Okay.
Obviously, Mary J. Blige should be the
queen.
end.
She-
Oh yeah, where she was. Yeah.
Trey Songz.
So you think that Trey Songz should be
He's
behind?
Franklin's grandson, one.
I mean, who cares about that? I don't care.
And
But that
two,
doesn't help
he's
with
been
musically.
He's had way
bigger musically than Jennifer.
Musically, he has way more hits than Jennifer.
Yeah,
He does.
All Jennifer has is,
musically,
I
he's-
don't
yeah.
like living in your
Your
spot.
spot.
Is that what it was?
And I don't even like that song. And
She has one song.
And he's more relevant in the Billboard charts. I mean, right now he has 2 songs in the charts.
But I'm saying if you're coming from a commercial successfully perspective, then yes, Trey Songz is above Jennifer Hudson, and I agree with that. Like Jennifer Hudson has really only been in the game for about 5 years recording music, compared to Trey Songz, who's been in the game for 10+ years. Mary J, she's been in the game before we were all born.
Yeah,
you know,
right, exactly.
So yeah, I have no problem with Jennifer going first, but I do agree that she may be a bigger star just overall.
Yeah.
Like her star power is bigger than all of theirs, but yeah, musically,
Well, they agree with you because that was the lineup, and that ended the weekend outside of the BET Awards finale party that Sunday night, which was quite exciting as well. MC Lyte was the MC, and it was pretty exciting.
I love MC Lyte's voice.
And they said that this year's experience drew in 112,000 people, so that's pretty huge.
Is that bigger than last year?
Bigger than last year. They said it was up by like 30%. So
wow,
that's pretty big.
BET.
Go BET.
They
And it's
right.
only going to get better. So
yeah, next
All
year
right.
500,000.
Maybe Beyonce and
more
Jay-Z will
ratchet.
actually show up next year.
yes, instead of being just advertised and then not showing up.
And no fights next year. No guns,
fights.
knives, none of that. All right.
Yes,
No
please
fights.
don't
We already
do
get a
that.
bad image as it is. You know,
Right.
leave that at.
Especially at the Black Awards show. Don't do it at the Black Awards
Yeah,
show.
save
At
it
least
for
do
the
it at the other
Grammys or
awards.
Maybe at
something.
the maybe at the Source Awards.
Do it
but
at the
other
V-
than that-
do it
Right,
at the
do it at
VMAs.
the Hip Hop Awards. Those are in 2 months or next month. All right, Kevin, where can fans find you?
Guys, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at HeyKevinJohn, or on my website, itskevinjohn.com, or here at Black Hollywood Live, hosting Hip Fab Christian, Let's Talk About Sex, or Sports Weekly.
Nice. DJ Jesse J.
At DJ Jesse J.
Courtney Stewart.
At Stuart Starlet.
You can find me at Derrial Christon on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can also look me up on LA Times because I'm featured with Jennifer Hudson from the BT Experience. I am excited
He
about that.
photobombed it.
I photobombed it. Yeah, exactly. And also remember to go to our Buzz Meter question, which is, did you like this year's BT Awards? We want to know what you guys think about it. We obviously gave our full opinions, but we want to hear from you. And we'll see you next week. Have a great 4th of July weekend.
Happy 4th of July.
Thanks for having me too, y'all. It was a pleasure.
Come back.
From producers Maria Menounos, Derrial Christon, Tiana Hobson, Kevin Undergaro, and the entire BHL crew, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us at info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I'm your BHL announcer, Scipio. Instagram me at Planet Scipio. Thank you for tuning in.
Hollywood redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.
Thanks for watching Black Hollywood Live on YouTube. For more in-depth interviews and news, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion in the comment section below here. See you soon, everyone. Bye.